Seeing none, do you see anything online, Administrator?
No.
And is there anything on the bench?
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
I have an input. As many of you will know by now, that we lost our Assistant City Administrator, Bo Matamag, Saturday around supper time as he came out of a restaurant in Salina and collapsed and did not recover. We will never know the real cause because he has tested positive for COVID. And by testing positive for COVID, they are not allowed to do an autopsy. But Bo was a highly esteemed person. People that worked with him always felt good working for him, and even if he disagreed with you, he treated you kindly. He was terrific on the boards in organizations that he interfaced in the city, and he was a great representative of the city. Worked with Bo most of the last 10 years with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And Bo was a part of those retreats at Rock Springs Ranch and now the Webster Center near Salina. Bo had an impact on many middle school and senior high school kids. It was an extension of his own life. He was part of the Canton Galba Huddle in junior high, and he was a part of the senior high fellowship, and he was part of the many meetings when he came back from college. He was involved in the state championship as their statistical person. There are many things that we could say about Bo, but I think my initial words, highly esteemed Christian young man, that's Bo. He was the future of our administration. We had talked about this in the spring retreat several years ago, that we did not have to go outside, but we would groom Bo to be the man. We didn't get that far. But he contributed greatly. He loved people. People loved him. This will be a difficult week. We will have counseling here tomorrow for anyone that so desires. Have interfaced with the family already, and there should be a public announcement today on the calling hours at Lytton Edgar Funeral Home, I'm assuming, and then the service on Thursday at the Lutheran Church south of Canton, and there will be very limited attendance there. So we will work all that out. We'll let any staff know that of what we can do. And it was my hope with the family on Sunday morning, because Bo was an important part of the devotional sessions we had at the fire department most Wednesday mornings at 6:30 a.m. And I am hoping that the fire department will be able to provide an honor guard in honor of his participation with them many dark mornings. If there's nothing else, I'll declare the public input session closed.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda as distributed?
So move.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to call on Chief Weisman for a presentation and oath of new firefighter.
Morning.
Good morning.
Fire department has one new recruit firefighter to be sworn in before commission this morning. I'd ask that firefighter Ross come to the front, please. Jamie Ross comes to us from Goodland Fire Department, where he served as a firefighter for 6 years. Firefighter Ross achieved his firefighter credentials through KU Fire while on the job at Goodland Fire Department. He has successfully made it through our recruit week, and is now excelling through our recruit firefighter program. Jamie's an excellent addition to the city of McPherson, and we're glad to have him. We ask that Tammy Seeley, the city clerk, please read the oath, and after she's concluded, we ask that firefighter Ross family come up and pin his badge on him.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'll have you face. There we go. Okay. Raise your right hand. I do hereby declare
I do hereby declare
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and that
and that
as a member of the McPherson Fire Department,
as a member of the McPherson Fire Department,
I will, acting on my duty
I will act on my duty
and with a sense of honor and courage,
with a sense of honor and courage,
provide fire,
provide fire,
rescue, and hazmat response
rescue, and hazmat response
in order to protect
in order to protect
and save lives and property
and save lives and property
of the citizens of McPherson, Kansas,
of the citizens of McPherson, Kansas,
our response territory,
our response territory,
and any other person in need.
and any other person in need.
I recognize the badge of my office
I recognize the badge of my office
is a symbol of public faith
is a symbol of public faith
and trust,
and trust,
and I promise to be true to the ethics
and I promise to be true to the ethics
of the fire service
of the fire service
and true to the office I hold.
and true to the office that I hold.
As a member of the McPherson Fire Department,
As a member of the McPherson Fire Department,
I accept this self-imposed
I accept this self-imposed
and self-enforced obligation
and self-enforced obligation
as my personal responsibility
as my personal responsibility
and make these promises freely
and make these promises freely
and upon my honor.
and upon my honor.
Congratulations, sir. Welcome
Thank
aboard.
you.
You want to come down, we'll give you a fist bump and stuff.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Glad to have you, Jamie.
Thank you.
I'd like to call on Ron Peters, Community Christmas Dinner.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Here on behalf of the Christmas dinner, and I'll probably just about repeat what I said for the Thanksgiving dinner. Everything was pretty much the same. Been with Chief Gold, and I understand Ryan won't be with us.
He won't, but he left us a detailed plan of everything, so we'll be all right.
He assured me that he would do that. So everything should run smoothly from that end. Like all other times, we're looking for volunteers. That's probably the biggest thing, the biggest needs that we have right now. Like everybody else that runs on volunteers, more volunteers. So, phone numbers they can call for volunteering are 620-755-0752. And we need volunteers on both the 24th and the 25th. There are some preparation that needs to be done on the 24th, so some of you can't get away for Christmas Day. You can get away for the 24th for a few hours. This isn't an all-day adventure. If you want to volunteer for a couple hours here and there, that's fine. So that's open. Like, let's do Thanksgiving dinner, limit of 5 dinners without letting us know in advance. That just, especially with this drive-up thing, that makes things run so much smoother that we know when you're coming. So,
Good.
questions?
Questions for
No,
Ron?
I don't have any.
Okay, I'm going to respond to your challenge after Thanksgiving, even though the city sent you many volunteers to keep traffic moving and everything else. But you tell me what time the afternoon of the 24th for 2 or 3 hours, I'll be there.
I tell you what time?
Yeah,
If I knew what time, I would tell you.
well, when you find out,
I will let you know.
let me know.
I will do
And
that.
I'll
Do
be- I
that
can be
same
there-
for me.
I will.
Can be there for 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
All right?
All right.
We'll encourage everybody else. They can fill in here and hope that we don't have to have a snowplow lead the parade.
Well, right now, the forecast is for 44 degrees.
Hey, all right.
As I may have mentioned here before, at a bicycle ride, I met a weatherman from the Weather Bureau. And he said his first boss told him, always remember this one thing, we predict, God provides.
Good.
Okay, all
So,
right, keep up the good work.
thank you.
Yeah.
Do we need a vote on that?
Yeah,
Huh?
there are some motions to
We're
approve
gonna-
the Christmas.
I move that we approve the community Christmas dinner to be held on Friday, December 25, 2020, from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m., utilizing McPherson Community Building from December 23 through December 25, 2020, and close Ash Street from the railroad tracks to Kansas Avenue, and Euclid and Marlin Street from Main Street to Elm during the hours of 9 to 3 p.m. on the 25th.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So unanimous. Okay, there's a second motion.
Oh. Also move to waive the rental fee for the use of McPherson Community Building Christmas dinner, December 23 through the 25th, 2020.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Ron. We had
We'll
our,
see you on the 24th.
huh?
We'll see you on the 24th.
Tell me what time.
Let me know.
Okay. I'd like to give REAP update, Regional Economic Area Partnership. With that, the main thing I want to, I'm not going to go through the whole agenda, but we have cooperative purchasing services through REAP that is open to all members, of which we are a member. The first one is Ford Motor Company, and I'd like to thank former Wichita Mayor Jeff Longwell for setting this up. This will be a discount different from the state. The discount will be off the wholesale price. So we should be below any Ford product. We should be below the state on this. The other thing is that you have to have had the Ford training, which is about 6-8 hours, in order to execute this. So Midway Motors has all the training. So we can work with our local dealer. We give them the REAP number. If there is a problem, we can have them contact Rustiek in Wichita, which is the lead thing, but we will work with local dealers. Everybody in the REAP area has an opportunity to work with their local dealer. If they don't have the training, they can either go through it or they can do this. There are many more types of vehicles available under this program than are on the state program. So we have a better choice of vehicles. We have a deeper discount. And so I want everybody to be aware of that. I know there are going to be people considering vehicles in the coming year. If we can use this and save the money, it should more than pay for our membership. The other piece of this cooperative purchasing is we have approved Transfer Capital LLC as the preferred premier GPO to REAP. If you have a REAP membership here, you need cleaning supplies, you need anything, we can work through that. If we can compare, if we're not getting as good a discount, we will get a nationwide discount on any of the cleaning supplies, other supplies, and there's a whole myriad of things that I won't go through. So with our REAP membership, we have an opportunity to finally save some money, and I can put you in contact with what we need to do in order to participate as a REAP member. So that's the main piece that I wanted to go through. And then I'll move on to the second item, which we had worked hard for REAP members to participate with WSU. WSU has received CARES money to do COVID testing. This is a saliva test, and we have the opportunity to work with WSU to get this done right here in McPherson. And right now it will run till the end of December. We will have to see if the federal government and the state will go ahead and renew this. There is no cost to the city. We will need to sign an agreement, and then we will receive the test equipment. I am asking for 2 firefighters at least to be qualified to give the test. There is a video training that they will have to go through. The city attorney can look at the very simple agreement, and we do the test. You do not have to have any symptoms. You don't have to have a reason. All you have to do is come and take the test. We will mail it in. We should have results in 24 to 36 hours. And if the more that we test, the more that WSU will provide us what we need in order to continue to do tests between now and the end of the year. So if you're concerned about yourself or family member, this will be an opportunity to do this. And I would like to move that we participate in a WSU Molecular Diagnostic Lab COVID-19 testing partnership,
Second.
and have at least 2 testers in the fire department, and allow the fire chief to sign the agreement once he has, the city attorney has completely released the agreement.
I second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we're down to item 6, building inspection. I call him Ryan Rank.
Morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
$185.67.
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
There's some really good pictures on progress attached to that, if you guys would look at those.
Mhm.
We also sent the hose bed, the main body portion of the truck off to Colorado to get it finished through paint. And it's going to get its final gold leaf put on it, so the scroll work will all be done when it comes back, and we'll start reassembling that, so.
Good.
We're moving along quite well on that.
Good.
And, Tim, we appreciate all the hard work.
Last thing I would like to say before I leave is, I know we all feel the giant absence in the room today. I was fortunate enough to become close friends with Bo. We sat in boards together. We attended leadership McPherson together. We attended the same Bible study for years. He professed his faith to Jesus Christ. I have full confidence in what Bo is. Bo was a soft soul and a kind spirit. He helped everybody. His work ethic was unrivaled. He cared dearly for McPherson every day. He was my friend, and I will miss him. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Oh, Chief Golden.
One item this morning, it's a motion to approve making a job offer to Paul Stan Newfeld for the position of bin inspector for the city of McPherson, effective today, December 14th, 2020.
I'd like to move to approve making a job offer to P. Stan Newfeld for the position of bin inspector for the city of McPherson, effective today, December 14th, 2020.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Call on Wayne Burns.
Good morning. I have one item.
Wayne.
The city of McPherson Public Lands and Facility has 2 bumper pool trailers that have exhausted their useful life and no longer serve the needs for the city of McPherson Park Department. The desire of staff is to declare the subject equipment as surplus, and we will do a seal bid on that because they do not have a certificate of origin or title.
I'd like to make the motion to declare 2 public lands and facilities bumper pool trailers as surplus property and no longer needed for municipal purposes, and authorize staff to dispose of the property through the sealed bid process to the public.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. I'd just like to ask, when does it start and when does it stop? How does that?
We'll probably get started later on this week, and we'll run through the end of the year.
End of the year? Okay.
And I'd like to call on Jeff Woodward, Public Works.
Morning.
It's that time to renew our service contract to perform sanitary and storm sewer locates for the city of McPherson to meet the requirements of the Kansas Underground Building Damage Prevention Act. We received 2 quotes for the year 2021. First from Piping Technology for $14 per call, $35 for the first hour, and additional hours at $30 an hour, which was the lowest quote received. This past year, there were over 3,000 locates. Piping Technology has done an excellent job, and their unit prices are lower.
I move that we approve contracting with Piping Technology and their fee structure for locating services as required by the Kansas Underground Utility Damage Prevention Act, and ask the mayor to sign all related documents.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The next item is on the Chestnut Street drainage improvement inspection, change order number 2 with BG Consultants. On October 15th, the commission approved $48,880, and on 9/8, and that should be October 15th of 19, approved on September 8, 2020, an increase of contract to $77,720 for inspection services for the Chestnut Street and Drainage Improvement Project. The project is now complete, and we received a final inspection invoice. The final inspection cost for the project was $64,222.95, which is a contract reduction of $13,497.05. The reduction consists of $5,000 credit for design for a street design error and $28,477.05 credit for a sanitary sewer design error, and then the reduction, the total cost of inspection of $5,650.
I move to approve change order number 2, BG Consultants for the inspection services of Chestnut Street Drainage Improvement Project for a contract reduction of $13,497.05, bringing the total cost of inspection to $64,222.95, and authorize the mayor to sign the change order.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'd like to move down to item number 12. In hearing for amending the 2020 budget, and I'll call on Janetta to give this amendment that she read through prior meeting.
Good morning, Commission. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Attached in the Commission agenda is the amended 2020 budget. In front of you, you see the certificate. And the certificate has a summary of the different funds that we are amending at this time. This is also the document that the governing body will sign, as well as the county clerk. If you want to go ahead to the next page, I'll go into each individual fund with the detail of what is being proposed as the amendment. This is the Stormwater Utility Fund. The Stormwater Utility Fund is the fund that funds our major project, the whole street drainage project, or whole area drainage project. And you can see the detail of the revenue as well as the expenditures. And the original adopted budget is in the second column. That total budget was $1,888,000, $188,054. The proposed change is $4,039,758. The reason for the amendment is that we carried over, as you can see in the beginning cash balance, a significant amount of money which was not spent in 2019, and the project for the holes was completed in 2020, requiring the budget amendment. As I've indicated before, best budget practices is to budget all cash, and that's what we're doing, so, but doesn't insinuate that we will spend all monies. So are there any questions on the stormwater utility?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. The next fund is our debt service, and this is our bond and interest fund. And as you recall, in August of this year, we issued our bond, our GEO bond debt, Series 141, which financed the Eagles Wings and also refinanced Series 135 and 136. And in doing so, those proceeds came into the bond and interest and also paid out the refunding series of 135 and 136. So you can see the proposed budget illustrates the $4.8 million of bond proceeds that came in and the bond principal and interest that paid off, requiring a budget amendment in this fund as well. Any questions on the debt service or bond and interest amendment?
No.
Okay. The next one is our wastewater system surplus. That same Series 141 bond, GEO bond series also refinanced a KDHE loan that we had that was paid out of this wastewater system. So that KDHE loan, as you can see, was paid off by the proceeds of the bond sale that came in at 5.5 million. And then the appropriation of 6.2 that was paid out as an expense. And so the proposed budget amendment for this fund is a little over $7 million. Any questions on that? If not, this was the hearing notice that was posted on the website. And I included in your recommended action was to close the hearing and approve the adopted budget amendment.
I would like to move to close the budget hearing.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to move to adopt 2020 amended budget as published in the City of McPherson website beginning November 30th, 2020.
I second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Jeanette. Okay, we have time to move back up to item number 11 in the Disability Supports of the Great Plains has requested a letter of support, which we've done in the past, that would allow them to have property tax abatement for property that we worked with them on Northview, as well as another piece of property there on their grounds. Do you want to read the letter?
Yeah, I can read it. To whom it may concern, on behalf of the city of McPherson, the McPherson governing body would like to express our support for the proposed property tax exemption requested for the disability supports of Great Plains for the Solana Village support housing located on North Sonora and the Community Enrichment Center located at 204 East Northview. It is our understanding that both the housing and the critical adult care service facility are critical pieces of McPherson's operations of disability support. It is also our understanding that the city of McPherson's efforts to support continuation of the existing property tax exempt status are valuable to the status decisions by the State of Kansas Court of Tax Appeals. Disability Supports of the Great Plains, which is a not-for-profit community service provider of supports for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities, has provided support services to the McPherson community since 1996, and at their existing facilities, along with Clay Workshop and Gallery, have been providing work opportunities for persons with disabilities. Their efforts are greatly noticed in McPherson and are a critical piece of what makes McPherson a special place. We encourage your continued efforts in providing quality services to the service need population of McPherson, and hope that your efforts to secure a property tax exemption are successful. Best wishes in the future. Signed, Thomas A. Brown, if approved today.
I'd make the motion to authorize Mayor Brown to sign the letter of support for a property tax abatement for disability supports of the Great Plains.
I second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have a couple minutes before the next hearing. Are you able, Janetta, to do the redemption of general obligation temporary notes in 2 minutes, or should I come back?
I sure can.
Okay.
The city of McPherson previously discussed performing a partial redemption of the general obligation temporary notes Series B of 2019 that were taken out to pay for the community building and improvements. Upon the sale of the historic tax credits related to the community building, we plan to apply $935,000 of those tax credits towards this redemption. The redemption will pay down the entire 2023 maturity of $625,000 and a partial of 2022 maturity of $310,000, which will leave payments of $585,000 on February 1st of 2021 and a partial payment of $295,000 that same time frame. The anticipated interest saving from this partial redemption will be $38,220. Attached is Resolution 20-14, a resolution directing the partial call for redemption of certain outstanding notes and providing for the notice of said redemption, which will allow for the formal completion of this partial redemption and provide notice to the state treasurer of this action.
Is there a motion?
I move that we adopt resolution number 20-14, a resolution directing the partial call for redemption of certain outstanding notes and providing for notice of said redemptions and authorize the mayor to sign the resolution.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, you did terrific. We're right on schedule. Back to item number 13, project performance public hearing for CDBG, CV, and call on Rosemary.
Good morning, City Commissioners.
Good morning.
What we have today is the project performance hearing for the COVID funding that the city received back in June. We were able to assist 13 businesses in the community and retained 32 full-time jobs and 52 part-time jobs for residents here in the city. The amount of the grant was a total of $132,000, and we were able to disperse $124,500 to those businesses. Would need the permission from the commission for the mayor to sign the closeout documents for this project.
Go ahead.
You may close the hearing. Motion to close the public hearing for the CV grant number 20, CV 044, performance evaluation.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now, do we need a motion to close out the documents? So one of you make that.
Well, let me just mention while I get Rosemary up, we do, after this, assuming there's no comments, which I see not online either, and you guys did close the hearing out, we do need to approve a final pay request number 5, and as well as that pay request number 5, which pays the final $2,500 to Ranson Financial for their administrative services. It also closes out, fills out the final paperwork to close out to get back to the state.
Yeah. I'll move to approve the drawdown agreement number 5 for the CDBG CV grant for amount not to exceed $2,500 pending approval of the Kansas Department of Commerce and authorize the mayor to sign all closeout documents.
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
And just provide a little token of appreciation for you allowing us to work with the city. I'll
Yeah,
keep it.
you can give it to me.
Okay.
You'll distribute it to everybody else. Okay. We have, we did a public.
We did that.
We have planning and zoning, Virgil Lyons.
There you go.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
This is our annual boundary resolution. So this year, the only growth to the boundaries of the city was the recently annexed addition to Dacus Auto Line. So this is a simple motion to adopt resolution 20-15, a resolution declaring the boundary of the city of McPherson, McPherson County, Kansas, and authorizing the mayor to sign.
I move that we adopt resolution number 20-15, a resolution declaring the boundary of the city of McPherson, Kansas, McPherson County, Kansas, and authorize the mayor to sign the resolution.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, call on Nick Gregory for the administrative report.
City of McPherson belongs to the Kansas League of Municipalities, which provides policy and legislative support to cities across the state of Kansas. That annual membership is due for the service offered by the Kansas League of Municipalities. The league costs for the municipality are based upon city population, and the cost for 2021 total $7,482.65. The League of Municipalities bill is split amongst the city departments, and that's how we pay that out.
I'd make the motion to approve payment to the League of Kansas Municipalities for 2021 dues and subscriptions for an amount not to exceed $7,482.65.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
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 The McPherson Board of Public Utilities has requested that the commission authorize a write-off of uncollectible utility bills. All bills are from 2019 and written off in 2020. The total to be written off for each utility is as follows. Sanitary sewer, $4,259.53. Trash, $3,033.69. Stormwater, $1,587.79, for a total of $8,881.01. Though they are written off, the account BPU continues to make efforts to collect them through multiple sources that we have available to us.
I move that we approve the unpaid utility expense write-offs for 2019 to be written off in 2020 for an amount not to exceed $8,881.01 for sanitary sewer, trash, and stormwater combined.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The city of McPherson received updated prices and changes to our property liability casualty coverage for 2021. Staff is requesting authorization to bind coverage for the proposed 2021 property liability casualty coverage. Based upon the changes, we expect an increase of 9.16% from 2020 for 21. Additionally, travelers will be moving the deductible for wind and hail from $75,000 per occurrence to 1% the value of the buildings impacted by it, as well as earthquake deductible would be moving from $25,000 to $100,000. The city looked at the possibility of some deductible buy-down coverage, but it really just didn't make any financial sense for us to move forward with that option. The premium approval for this expense will actually come after January 1st of 2021. So what we're asking today is just approval to bind coverage.
I'd make the motion to authorize the city administrator to bind coverage for the 2021 property casualty and liability coverage.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Our number of wages for your consideration today, the first being TJ Weisman, Fire Department Fire Chief, going from $41.19 to $42.43, effective December 28th. Alden Slack, Fire Department Captain, going from $19.64 to $20.22 per hour, effective December 28th. Wade Hall, Fire Department Captain, going from $19.64 to $20.22, effective December 28th. Dakota Becker, Fire Department Lieutenant, going from $17.11 to $17.63, effective December 28th. Paul Stan Neufeld, Police Department Vent Inspector, starting at $12 per inspection, effective the 14th, today. Blaine Jansen, Police Department Patrol Officer, going from $19.91 to $20.51, effective today, the 14th. And Sonia Ludick, Animal Control Director, going from 1944 to 2002, effective December 28th.
I move we approve the wages as read.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we've got 2 CDs for your consideration. They're both six-month CDs at 0.08. CDs will mature on June 11th of 2021. And just as a note, both these CDs were previously at a interest rate of 0.18.
I'll make the motion to approve the investments.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
There are two bonds for your consideration. Galva Plumbing and Heating at a Galva, $5,000 mechanical bond. And Jim's Plumbing, Heating and Air at a McPherson, $5,000 mechanical bond.
Move we approve the bonds.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to move to recess the city commission meeting so that we can go to study sessions.
Or second.
Do you want to do executive session after?
Yes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let me say that. And being back in session, the first item out of the study sessions is 1.3, purchase of a camera system with Sparks funds. And that is
1.3.
1.3. And I would like to move to approve the purchase of QSC core system and components for the fire department from Hop Sound, with the installation to be completed prior to December 30th, 2020, for an amount not to exceed $9,988.31.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is there anything before 5.2?
3.1.
3.1.
BZA.
BZA, yeah, I forget that. We have the need to recognize the zoning administrative board and the planning commission and give them a certificate and a $50 gift certificate to Five Loaves, so that they will have a celebration in their own timing in lieu of a banquet this year.
I second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And you will relate our appreciation and all the hard work they do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, am I
4.1.
down to
I had 4.1 next.
4.1.
The acceptance of the gift.
acceptance of gift of Wilmer Lee Edwards Trust? Gary, do you want to?
Yep. Make the motion to accept a gift from the Wilmer Lee Edwards Trust in the amount of $2,000.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we're down to 5.2. And we have an invoice in
5.2.
5.2. You want to read that motion on 5.2?
I can, yes. I move that we approve payment to Louis Service Center for repairs to the sewer truck for an amount not to exceed $3,818.03, which increases a November 2 approved amount of $2,900 by $918.03.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Okay, 5.3, you're still up.
I move that we approve payment to Cummins Sales and Service for the final invoice for the repairs to the lift station number 8, amount of $2,509.08, which increases the November 7, 2020 approved amount of $2,176.81. It increases it by $332.27. The increase is due to the cost needed to repair the in timely manner prior to the long holiday weekend.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now, the last one is 6.1. And 6.1, I would like to move that we give a donation of $6,000 to the United Way of McPherson for use at their discretion for food, housing, COVID, or other needs.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the last thing that we have then on the meetings that are left, if I can get back to there, is that we have an executive session, and I would like to move that we go into an executive session for 30 minutes from 10:07 to 10:37 for non-elected personnel.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, reason I did the way I did and get everything done is if you don't want to stay till the end of the executive session, you've been freed up. Yeah, doesn't apply to the bench.
Stop that, didn't
Did you vote? The executive session?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Well, he is.
I don't know, like
He
I
is
told,
on
like I
it.
told them in the REIT meeting, I missed voting on the agenda. And I said I spent 5 years in China, and I met many Central Party secretaries, and when we bring
He's
it
calling
up,
me a
we never
communist.
call for a vote.
You just called me a communist.